Oh yeah, most definitely.
That everybody's graded up right now. David Holsey, the pole sitter. Dale Brooks in second place. Brian Ricker in third. Tristan Evil in fourth. Fifth place is Michael Thorpe. Sixth place, Michael Hayes. So battle of the Michaels here. Seventh place, Jason Schilling. Eighth place, Stephen Hayes. William Brown in ninth. Chuck Cobb in 10th. Don Blazier 11th. Joshua Slade in 12th. And Steve Gerber in 13th. I don't know. I mean, you said earlier you think there's going to be a lot of cautions. I mean, I think the limited, not as big of a field here tonight. I think that's going to really make it to where these guys are going to be real clean and green. I feel like.
Oh yeah, I mean these guys are the best ones out of global racing, so they're going to put on a really good show for us tonight, and look forward to. I mean, I don't think we're going to have a lot of yellows. We're definitely going to have yellows. I'm going to take a prediction. I'm going to say about maybe 5 yellows, which is pretty good for this track. I've been racing in the trucks over there and the official races all week long, and it's just been like averaging out about 9 to 10 laps on a shorter race than what we're going to race here. So if they can get it under 5, I'd be impressed.
Well, these guys, I think, are probably getting ready to impress you, but we'll have to wait and see. Hold our predictions here. We'll see how these guys can do here. Pace car lights are out, so we'll soon see these guys get up through these gears, and the starts here can be quite tricky just considering wheel spin. That's something that, when these guys are eventually going to be on older tires, is going to be something that they're going to have to deal with. So if they do have cautions, that is something we really need to keep an eye on. Just considering, I mean, you try to get on the gas here on old tires, you are going to spin them.
Oh yeah, most definitely. I've seen that all week long. Somebody trying to get that advantage towards the end of the race, and have even 30 to 35 lap older tires on those restarts. It's just really tricky. And I also would like to welcome the Global Racing Esports Network YouTube followers back. I have my stream back up and running, and thank you for putting up with me and all my technical difficulties, and thank you for coming back.
100% glad you got that up and running.
Looks like Joshua Slade not making the grid.
Oh no!
So that's he's not. It doesn't even look like he's sitting on pit road. So something up with that number 7 car. But green flag. David Holsey's going to take us to the start finish line going into turn 1 with Dale Brooks on the outside.
And when you see a lot of rubber get built up on there on that top side, you can start to really see it come to life. But Dale Brooks already making hay up there when the sun's shining. He is getting a good run. I think he might get clear here. Not quite, but on this front stretch, he's definitely going to have a huge run.
Yeah, that outside has that exit speed. As you see, Dale Brooks now getting down in front of Dave Holsey. And here comes Tristan Evil on the top side of David Holsey trying to make that pass for second place.
We got Alicia Lyons out there commenting in the YouTube. Let's go, bro, number 32. Assuming he's talking about, or she's talking about the 32 of Dale Brooks.
That would be correct. I believe that would be a sister. What was the name?
Alicia.
Okay, definitely a sister. I'm going to bank on it that it's a sister. That's my second prediction for the night.
Could very well be. Still some side-by-side battling going on right now for second place. You see Tristan Evil, David Holsey dueling right now, but that top line has already shown a tremendous amount of strength, which is really, surprising here. I mean, you definitely get really good runs up there, but I could have swore that early it wouldn't be as viable as it is right now, it seems like.
Well, we've seen Dale Brooks capitalize on that top line. Then we've seen Tristan Evil capitalize on the same line. Dave Holsey now tucked back into that third position. And everybody, when they're not racing with each other, everybody goes to that low line.
Yeah, this is one of those tracks you want to, run the whole racetrack. Use that on the straightaways, go right up to the wall as much as you can to get, drive that car out, to get as much momentum as you can. And then when you're going through the corners, you want to try to arc it down to the bottom. But if you're side by side, it slows you down quite a bit. But Halsey's still right there, painted onto the back bumper of Tristan Evil. He's not going to let him go anytime soon here. Michael Thorpe working his way up through the field here. He's right now up to fourth, battling with Brian Ricker.
Right, there you see Mike, the 34 of Michael Thorpe, and here comes Jason Schilling in that 95, trying to get around the 22 of Brian Rickard, last week's winner.
Look at that, getting up close and personal here. And so far, so good when it comes to green flag. Jason Schilling, though, getting a good run on the bottom. So I think, this is an important car track combo for setups. I think these guys definitely had to come in here with the right equipment, and could see some guys making adjustments all day long. And we're going to see the conditions of this racetrack change as this race goes on. I mean, 250 laps. I can't imagine what this racetrack's going to look like at 250 laps.
I don't want to imagine what these guys' arms are going to look like at 250 laps. Now, some of these guys got to wake up and do this all over again at this very same track tomorrow morning at 12 o'clock with Global Racing Truck Series. So their arms are definitely going to be tired, and maybe give some of us that are just racing in the Truck Series an advantage.
Could be the case. I mean, they might be so tired, but then again, I think that they're going to have a sizable advantage too, just by being so used to running. This Xfinity car is harder, I'd say, than the truck in a lot of regards. So, whenever you make that transition over to the truck, I almost feel like you're better at the truck.
You're definitely right there. This is a really good practice, like you said. The Xfinity cars are much harder to drive on these half-mile to three-quarter-mile tracks. They're much more looser than the trucks. Truck has a little bit more grip. Even though the trucks are faster around the track, these cars are more of a handle.
Oh yeah, very much a handful. And you could have a setup that's really good on the top side, a setup that's better on the bottom. I think we'll see some guys make some adjustments as this race goes on. You see Brian Ricker, he has just been falling through the field. William Brown been making his way through. He's up to 6 now.
William Brown, so far our biggest mover of the race, up 3 positions from his start, up to 6th place. Jason Schilling up 2, and Tristan Evil up 2. Steve Gerber up 2 to 11th.
Still, the fight is on for 2nd place. This is allowing Dale Brooks to really start to put a gap here. 1.5 seconds is the gap he has right now. Halsey is all over Tristan Evil. I'm just shocked at the amount of pace that 57 is showing right now. But now Thorpe has caught up, and I think that's why you see Halsey kind of having this sense of urgency. He sees Michael Thorpe coming, and he knows that he is not going to be denied. He's going to try to keep that points lead.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Michael Thorpe, every week he's going to be up front. Every week he's going to be up front. I'll say it enough. That guy is good. He's a really good race car driver. He's young. He's got nothing but experience to collect, and definitely look for him to be one of the front runners, if not the front runner, going into this championship races.
And so green it's been so far. And there goes Halsey once again, getting real close. I mean, this is one of those tracks we could see some bumpers being exchanged. I mean, as we saw a lot of that at Myrtle Beach in the trucks last week. So these guys are doing really good. I mean, wow. Very impressive race so far, especially with these ill-handling cars. I mean, I don't envy these guys at all being down there. I like this track for sure, but these cars, I like to watch them.
A little further back in the pack, we got Jason Schilling and William Brown and Mike Hayes, and also Stephen Hayes battling for 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th back here. Or sorry, 8th. Like you said, Brian Rickers he does not like that setup. It's fast for a couple laps, and then he's falling back. He's back to 9th place, back here being challenged right now by Don Blazer and Steve Gerber.
We mentioned that Joshua Slade didn't make the start. Well, he is on the racetrack. He is still on the lead lap. He's about 15 seconds behind the leader, so he's probably screaming that he's going to need a caution because Dale Brooks quickly catching up here. And looking at lap times, already we're seeing a ton of fall off. Our leader, Dale Brooks, fastest lap was a 22.539, now running 23.183, so that is over a half a second of fall off already.
Yeah, that's what this track is going to do. It's a flatter track. It's got a little bit of embankment, but not much. So when they slide that car back up to the high side, they're just tearing away their tread on them tires, and they're definitely going to get slower as this race goes along. I think there's probably going to be like a 1.5 to 2 second within like 40 laps, I do believe it is.
Oh, Don Blazer touching the wall a little bit there. I see he was trying to catch up here to Rickard, or maybe trying to make a pass. That's one thing about this track too. If you get stuck behind someone that might be a little bit slower, might not have that right setup dialed in, you get stuck behind them. It's so hard to get around them.
Oh, most definitely. A lot of people's been facing that this week. This track, it doesn't matter which line that slower car is running. It could be on the high side or it could be on the low side. It's very hard to get around these guys, especially if you're trying to pass them low. That 22 can hold him down, which I don't think the 22 will. If the 23 can get a nose under him, I think the 22 will let him pass. Those guys are teammates. I do believe in there, or a line, I should say.
Yeah, I definitely don't think they're looking to wreck each other here tonight. But I mean, we've seen crazier things happen. We've seen teammates wreck each other.
Yeah. Chuck Cobb back here in the 12th position. He's I don't know if he's liking that setup in that car right now, because he is falling back behind the 11th place of Steve Gerber. He's falling back 5 seconds behind him, almost 13 seconds behind Dale Brooks.
Yeah, it seems like it's been quite the struggle for some of these guys. So they're going to be looking for that caution to come out or something to happen where they can make some adjustments, try to do something.
Yeah.
Or maybe, their cars are good later in, and not like later in the run, but just later in the race. Like, maybe they built their cars based on conditions they think they'll see later.
It very well could be, and I do know for a fact that Dale Brooks is the mastermind behind a lot of those setups. I think all the guys work on them, but Dale puts them out there. And, you see Dale Brooks here in the lead, but just because he can run that setup doesn't mean that Chuck Cobb or any of the other team can run the same that setup. Yeah, a lot of it has to do with the setup and how that car handles, but I would say it's 50 on a track like this. It's 50-50 of setup and driver. As you see, David Halsey now look on the outside of the 17, but is not able to keep that car.
Get there. Man, that was crazy. I thought he was about to make a pass for second here. It looked like it.
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely exciting there for about a half a second, and then 17 pulls back ahead of the 57 and continues to try to track down the 32 of Dale Brooks. Built up a 2.2 second lead so far.
Yeah, quite a large gap indeed. And what I think I'm seeing right now is we saw earlier in this race, these guys were making that top side work, and it was working well. Maybe that's something that, is more possible in the short run. Maybe not as you go on in the run. Maybe running up there just gets more difficult. Could be the case.
And around the track, everybody is kind of single file the leader kind of racing right now. There hasn't been a pass for any position since lap 11, so everybody just getting settled in and for a long race. And if it continues like this, we might go 250 laps without a caution.
That's what I'm saying, man. You were talking about 5 would be impressive. Well, I think we're getting ready to set some records here.
Most definitely.
They've been trying to pass. It hadn't from lack of trying. It's just hard.
It really is. As we were seeing earlier a lap ago, here we go again with Dave Halsey right on the backside of Tristan Evil, with Thorpe right there behind him too. And I don't know if they're holding Thorpe up, if Thorpe has that fast car. But right now, the 17 and 57 are going to be battling for that second spot along with the 34 of Michael Thorpe.
Yeah, and I think, that's what leads to a lot of frustration at a track like this. You're stuck behind someone for a long period of time, lap after lap after lap. After a while, you get real frustrated, and you can make a lot more mistakes. And it also could work the other way, too, to where, Halsey been really putting pressure on Tristan Evil. I mean, if you're looking in that rearview mirror at that relative, watching him behind you get closer and closer, it makes you want to make more mistakes.
Well, we have a challenge for a position. It's back here for 12th place. Chuck Cobb, Joshua Slade back here battling for the last position. And that's right now, that is the closest racing that we got going on the track right here. Joshua Slade looks low on Chuck Cobb. Going in Joshua's gonna have to get up on that brakes real hard. Falls back behind 81. Look, you see how Josh fell back so far from losing that momentum. Going into that turn real hot. If you can't make that stick, it's just. Ooh, we got Mike Hayes going off track.
No caution so far. As we see, I think Chuck Cobb and Josh Slade coming up on him. So I think everything seems to be fine here. Well, but unfortunately, he's going to lose a ton of spots off of that one.
I'm gonna go back here and looks like he just self spin. Let me back it up here a little bit and see exactly what happens. Out there battling with his brother. Oh. His brother gets into the back of him just a little bit, and Mike Hayes spins it onto the front stretch, goes into the grass.
I'll tell you what, though, even, while we were watching that, too, we saw William Brown get another position. He's up to 5th place, so he's making that. He's definitely our biggest mover so far here tonight.
Definitely. William Brown in that 27 car. Well, let me go some live here.
Jason Schilling right now under fire from Stephen Hayes.
2 teammates as well. I'm hoping the 13th ain't out trying to take his own teammates out tonight.
Yeah, you would hope not, as he dives on the inside. I think he got that pass. What a nice pass there from Stephen Hayes. And I'm sure Jason Schilling was just like, I'm not going to fight you too hard.
Yeah. I can imagine what the Lazy Lizard radio is right now between Mike Hayes and Stephen Hayes. I guarantee you, little Big Brother is not too happy with Little Brother.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Definitely almost like Kurt Busch and Kyle Busch kind of things going on there.
Back up front, Dale Brooks, putting down a blistering pace right here, is now 2.5 seconds in front of Tristan Evil and looking to open it up some more.
And these guys have fallen off over a second now. So, they're really in that long run when it comes to these tires. They got to be squealing at them right now.
Well, a lot of guys were probably expecting that they were going to have a caution by now, and we've gone 39, almost 40 laps. Green flags. Back here, you see the battle for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th heating up once again with Tristan Evil, David Holsey, Michael Thorpe.
Yeah, Thorpe's starting to now put some pressure here on David Holsey. So it's a sandwich going on right now. David Holsey right in the middle. He's the meat and the bread. And all 3 of these guys, very talented drivers. Just that's what you got to love about Global, especially the the Xfinity League. You got such talent. Oh, Holsey trying to go underneath Tristan Evil, gets a little bit tight, lets off, backs out of it. Probably a smart call. That could have ended up with something bad going down.
Oh yeah, most definitely. You gotta. I think Joshua Slade has made it past Chuck Cobb. And I just don't think Chuck Cobb is liking his car at all. He's fixing to go a lap down to his teammate, Dale Brooks.
Yeah, I'm sure he'd let him go right on by. I don't expect Chuck to.
I imagine you're right there. I do imagine that you're right.
Even though, in most cases, if you were that guy getting ready to go a lap down, you would be fighting to try to stay on the lead lap. You don't want to go a lap down here to short track.
Oh, most definitely. Your driver being in the lead definitely plays a big part in if you let him go. If that was like me, I'm going to race. I'm going to stay on that lead lap. I'm going to race him clean.
Big battle for second. Oh, my word. Side by side for second place. Oh, Tristan Evil gets the wall. Michael Thorpe's going to go underneath. Going to try to take this position. And he gets it. Man. That was some heavy racing going on right there. And David Olsey, once again, back up to second place. Look at that. William Brown has started catching these guys, too. So, I mean, this is, you know, we kind of thought that these guys were going to be spreading out, but it looks like they are all kind of starting to collect back on one another.
Here we go. The racing is
exciting.
heated. Yeah, exactly. The racing is.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean. I was just saying up. It looks like William Brown's fighting with Tristan Evil now.
It looks like Tristan Evil has finally got to that point where his car is no longer handling the way he wants it to, and he's falling down on positions. And we see, Tristan gets loose coming off of turn 4 on a straightaway and comes up and taps the wall again.
Stephen Hayes has to do aversive.
Stephen Hayes, way too hard trying to avoid 17.
Man,
wow.
that was dramatic.
Yeah, very.
Good thing, you know, I think everybody, you know, did exactly what they needed to do there, wreck avoidance. So you could see that was coming from Stephen Hayes. He was trying his best not to hit Tristan there.
I think his problem was he went down on the apron trying to avoid hitting Tristan and got loose coming back up off the apron.
And we've seen a change in position for second place here. Michael Thorpe making the pass on David Halsey.
Now, let's see if Michael Thorpe has the car to get back up there and race with Dale Brooks.
Yeah, I'm very curious to see if he does. I mean, looking at lap times from Michael Thorpe, I mean, he's a hair faster right now than Dale. And he needs to be a little bit quicker. But, I mean, he was being held back, I think, by a lot of those guys. You know, I think Halsey was fast, and I think Tristan was fast. I just think that Thorpe, he was just being patient, and that's probably the smart way to do it. And, you know, now he might have a lot of car left right now to be able to challenge Dale Brooks. If he was taking a little bit easier. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if we're going to see green flag pit stops here and you know, soon. Because, I mean, the tires are wearing out so much. These guys got 4 sets of them. I mean, I would think, if my math serves me correctly, every 50 laps, if you took a set of tires, I mean, that kind of makes sense to me.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. I think they're going to try to, somebody's going to try to do it on a 1 pit stop. And somebody's going to try to do it on 2 pit stops. And I figured that we'd have cautions by now, and that would, you know, you go into a race like Richmond, you don't really think about pit strategy until probably towards the end of the race because, you know, you're expecting cautions to come out. And we haven't had a caution, so, you know, that kind of throws that out the window as well.
That's kind of crazy to think if they can make it on just 1 stop. I mean, I think the fuel run's like 90 laps. Is that even possible?
I know in the trucks, you can roughly go, yeah, I guess these cars would probably be a little bit less fuel mileage than the trucks do. So, yeah, it had to be at least two pit stop race.
Yeah, I don't know though. With the amount of fall off, I almost would want to pit more often just because of the tires. But then again, I mean, I've been known to be wrong. Some of these guys, you know, they're gonna chance it and be out here for a long time because, you know, it's still even if you're gonna gain a lot of time when it comes to tires, you're gonna lose a lot of time going down pit road. I mean, you're gonna be spending 40 seconds to a minute down there, and this is a short track. You're gonna go laps down.
Yeah, look at. I know I don't know if you have this feature now, but I'm looking at the lap times between Michael Thorpe and Dale Brooks. The last 3 laps, Michael Thorpe has ran quicker and just continues to build on that speed. At lap 52, he was 0.02 faster, and then lap 53 was the same. But then lap 54, Dale Brooks, I think, had a hiccup because Michael Thorpe was 1/10 faster, and you see the lead just continuing to the window for Dale Brooks.
And also lap traffic has been, you know, kind of starting to come into play. Joshua Slade will be soon caught by Dale Brooks, and you know, Dale Brooks, if he has trouble getting around him, you know, could help out Michael Thorpe. But it also, you know, whenever Michael Thorpe has to get around the same person, it could So we're going to see this kind of seesaw back and forth when it comes to these guys catching lap traffic. Who does it better? Who has the equipment left to do so? But I think Thorpe is faster right now. He looks like he has got quite a bit of speed. I don't know. Last couple laps though, they've been very close to one another when it comes to speed. But like you said, there was one moment Thorpe was a lot faster. But I wouldn't even count out David Holsey and William Brown. I mean, those guys have been just as fast.
Yeah,
they're hitting 23.9s, the same as the guys in front of them.
You see Dave Halsey and William Brown right there in third and fourth, trying to catch Michael Thorpe in that second position.
We also see Stephen Hayes is caught up here to Tristan Evil, going to be seeing maybe a battle for fifth.
And Stephen Hayes has such good exit speed coming off that turn 4. He just shoots right up to the backside of Tristan Evil. And continues. I mean, he just got that exit speed right now where Tristan does. You see Tristan getting loose when he comes off of the turns.
Yeah, he just does not have anything left when it comes to tire. And the thing about this type of racetrack, you can blow a tire, especially if these guys try to go a whole fuel run. Tire, it's possible to blow a tire here. I've already seen it here at Richmond.
Okay. All right, now we got a battle for that fifth spot between Stephen Hayes and Tristan Evil. Stephen Hayes on the low side of Tristan Evil, trying to make the pass stick. It looks like he might get it this time, and he looks like he's going to definitely get the position and start finish line, but Tristan Evil not going away, still right there on that top side, going to make Hayes race his heart out for it, and he finally makes the pass completely and gets in front of Tristan Evil.
We also got William Brown. He is looking to try to make a pass here on David Holsey. Anytime now, I think he's going to be shooting up on the inside and trying to work his way up into the top 3. William Brown been doing an excellent job this whole season. I mean, Brown's such a talented driver. One of those plug-and-play drivers. Looked like he got a little bit loose there. Something slowed him down. But, I mean, he's one of those guys that, he can show up at any track, not practice at all, and still be able to win the race,
Yeah, he's like the equivalent to one of your the female's best friend, just showing up and be able to eat anything and not gain weight. You just love them, but you gotta hate them too.
I think we got male friends like that too. What are you talking about? I don't think it's got anything to do with female or male. I think.
Well, I know I'm not really worried about any of my. I'm not worried about any of my guy friends not being able to gain weight. So I couldn't gain weight for the first 40 years of my life, and then the last 6 years, I've been making up for it. Dale Brooks coming into the pit road.
Oh,
Michael Thorpe assuming a lead.
That's interesting call here from Brooks.
Definitely interesting.
Yeah, I'm very curious on what the thought process is on this. Maybe his tires, he just saw that Thorpe was catching him. He's like, I got to do something.
He's definitely going to be down a lap, maybe 2 laps by the time this green flag pit stop finishes. He's going to be sitting there on that wheel hoping and praying that a yellow does not come out, because that would definitely ruin his mood.
And a smart call here from Tristan Evil. We saw he was struggling very difficultly earlier. Now he's down pit road. I think Steve Gerber, Brian Richter also bringing it down.
Yeah. So Dale Brooks is definitely okay. Oh, my, I do apologize. I did not turn off my mic. And they shouldn't be talking anyway.
No, I'm not.
So hold on a second. I do apologize for the Global that you got to see all this stuff. I'm going to shut my sound off so that you guys can't hear anything. Even though they didn't say anything wrong.
Looks like Michael Thorpe still staying out right now. This is when a caution could happen too, is, you see all these guys on different age tires. Guys coming out on fresh tires versus guys on old. Maybe the guy on old is going a little slower than you thought he was. You make a bad prediction when it comes to his momentum. I mean, that's how an accident happens under
Oh,
these cycles.
most definitely got Mike Hayes and Jason Schilling coming down pit road now, 2 teammates.
And look at that, Steve Gerber trying to already unlap himself, but he is 2 laps down, soon to be 1 lap down. But that just shows you how long it takes to make that trip down pit road and off. You know, you could lose a couple laps, but with those fresh tires, you're going to be able to get at least one of them back, it seems, right off the bat, if you're quick enough, and it looks like Gerber is. You can just clearly see the difference on tires here.
Yeah, Stephen Hayes now coming down pit road at lap 71. Michael Thorpe, David Halsey, and Wayne Brown, Don Blazer, and Joshua Slade still out there on old tires.
I mean, it could be a good call, though. I mean, because they'll have newer tires whenever these guys are just a hair bit older. I mean, they'll have that pace to. We'll have to wait and see. How that all works. But I mean, they're definitely losing time, but they're going to gain it back. So I mean, it's just always going to be about how you execute.
I'll definitely agree on that one. It's right now, yeah, Dale Brooks is making up a lot of time on Michael Thorpe. But when Michael Thorpe comes back out, and if the caution doesn't come out, he's got to do a green flag stop. When that green flag, or he does out, he'll be making up just as much time back on Dale Brooks. So we'll see which gamble pays off.
Definitely will here.
Don Blazer now coming into pits road, as well as Chuck Cobb.
Chuck Cobb and Blazer coming down pit road.
Right now you see,
I think Joshua Slade hasn't yet, I do believe.
Now Joshua Slade has not come out. You see Jason Schilling getting one of his laps back, along with Dale Brooks coming to get his lap back. And that's not good news for Michael Thorpe right now. He goes up and touches the outside wall, which is not very damaging at Richmond. But he's got his hands full. And I'm going to go right in the cockpit with Michael Thorpe, and we're going to see exactly what that steering wheel is doing right now.
Yeah, see what it looks like on old tires. I mean, to be able to wheel this thing around this track, I mean,
you see how much he's got play in it right there, and how much you hear him, how much he's got to get off of that accelerator in the middle of the turn, and how much play he's got on it coming back off of the turn. So he's fighting that wheel right now.
He definitely is. Oh, look at that! See, he has to really correct it.
And he's got he's got to do what they call a sawing motion with that wheel to try to keep it straight. Sometimes you have to turn the wheel right to go left.
Now, I think he's losing a tremendous amount of time to Dale Brooks right now with this.
He is, as you see Brian Ricker on the inside of him there, getting his lap back or getting one of his laps back from Michael Thorpe.
Yeah, the more he's having to race with this, these guys trying to get his lap back. I mean, the slower he's going to be going. I mean, he doesn't have the equipment to really race around all these guys like this, and it's just burning his tires up more. So I mean, we're probably going to see a stop from Thorpe any lap now.
So here's a good comparison for you, as we just seen over here. Chuck Cobb, who is running in 13th place, just past William Brown, who is running in 3rd place, who's had more speed. Like that, he just passed him like he was nothing. So that's the comparison right there between fresh tires and old tires. As we got a battle first place, or sorry, the lead, because it looks like Michael Thorpe came into the pits now.
Yeah, Michael Thorpe taking that chance to go down pit road, and because this has been such a green race, pit road, so much more pressure on pit road, considering if you make a mistake, you could get a 40-second hold. You speed, you miss your box. I mean, that is tremendous amount of distance on the racetrack that you could be losing.
As Michael Thorpe was just getting into his pits and not had yet got any service done to it, Dale Brooks already passed him. and he's still in pits. So therefore, I do believe because of that decision Michael Thorpe did, he's going to be in danger of going a lap down. He's still
Look at
sitting
that.
on the pits. He might have had a, I think he got a speeding penalty, or he
Oh,
got damage,
no.
and he's getting damage fixed. But
He has.
oh
It's got to be a
wow,
speeding penalty.
yeah. I mean, you
David
don't.
Halsey also down pit road.
Yeah, man, wow. That is big right there. And Harry Thorpe is out, so he was out. He was in pits for a minute and 18 seconds. He had to
That's
get
a
a
long
speeding penalty.
time.
Yeah, he had to get a speeding penalty. Wayne
And
Brown now.
just like I
pit road.
said, you know the pressure's on when it comes to pit road, and you can make mistakes, and it could really kill your race.
Dale Brooks now taking the lead over from Wayne Brown, who just gets to his pit stall.
And we have seen
move,
pretty much a cycle now.
and that's going to move Tristan Evil back up to second place. With now Joshua Slade is in third.
Slade, he has 83 laps on his tires right now. He's going down pit road.
Oh,
he
no,
misses
he
the
doesn't.
pit road. It shows you how hard it is to get down this pit road, especially on old tires.
Wow, big. I mean, I don't want to. I'm not trying to be mean or anything, but Michael Thorpe, once in second place, trying to chase down Dale Brooks, is now one lap down in 12th place. Trying to
it's
chase
showing
down.
on my screen that he's 2 laps down right now.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I didn't know Brian Rickers and Don Blazers were. Yep, they are. That's right. On my screen as well, that he is 2 laps down.
And there goes Slade. He finally does get down pit road, but man, that is just a huge hit to Thorpe's race, and he's the points leader. This is going to hurt Lester.
Oh yeah, this is definitely going to hurt. I mean, it's going to hurt big. He's hoping for a caution, but even cautions right now won't do him very much good. He's got to pass Don Blazer, Brian Rickers, and Mike Hayes in order to be the lucky dog. And some of these guys are only 1 lap down. Blazer and Slade are 1 lap down. So it's going to be quite a hill to climb for Michael Thorpe to rebound after that mental mistake he had on pit road.
We see William Brown is really starting to catch up here to Steve Gerber, and could see a change here in position. We know William Brown seems like he had a very clean pit stop, but still, Dale Brooks out to a tremendous lead right now. 7.5 seconds on Tristan Evil. Tristan Evil, he has about 7 seconds on Stephen Hayes here, who's in 3rd place. So after that green flag pit stop, we're seeing everybody spread out. And there goes Brown trying to get around Gerber.
Looking on the outside of that number 8 Budweiser.
Oh, and Gerber gets a little tight, but not enough to get into Brown, so that was good. It looks like it's going to be a clean pass.
You got David Halsey right back there trying to get into the picture too and get around Steve Gerber for now 5th place.
Yeah, these guys are going to try to get as many positions as they can before they get into that portion of the run where it gets so difficult to pass. So, that's what they're trying to do. That's why they're so desperate to try to make this pass on Gerber, because it's going to get hard to pass later.
As you see, Michael Thorpe, I believe he just went around Dale Brooks to try to get one of his laps back and is able to do that.
Now, there is a possibility Thorpe could, somehow work his way up there to Michael Hayes, get past him and be the lucky dog. And if a caution comes out, he would be saved and maybe back into this thing. So, his race is not over, but he has definitely built him a hill that he has to climb. More like a mountain. He's going to have to try to claw his way up Mount Everest right now to get out of this mess that he made for himself.
Yeah, you ain't lying there. Michael Thorpe is in 12th place. He's now on the same lap as Joshua Slade, Brian, John Blazers, and Michael Hayes. But like you said, it's a mountain, and if we don't have a green flag, I don't think it's a mountain that he's going to be able to accomplish.
Wow, and speaking of green flags, this has been such a green flag race. almost 100 laps green so far here. I mean, you would think we're racing at Coda right now.
I mean, exactly. It's going
Yeah.
by really quickly. I mean, here we are, only 46 minutes into the race, and we're almost halfway. So, time limit is definitely not going to be in jeopardy tonight. As we see Mike Hayes trying to get one of his laps back from Dale Brooks, coming onto the outside of the 32. Oh, wow, I'm back.
Tristan Evil has been starting to catch up to Dale Brooks quite a bit here. He's about 6.5 seconds back here. Also, Stephen Hayes has started catching up to Tristan Evil. So these guys, even though they spread it out for these pit stops, are starting to come back together.
Now, you know, Dale Brooks, one of the first guys to come down pit road. He might be suffering from that. He gained a lot of time, but he's giving that time right back up to Tristan Evil, who's now down to 7 seconds.
You're right. I mean, Dale Brooks has 31 laps on his tires. Everybody else, 29, 27, in that kind of a range. But he has the most laps on his tires right now. So no wonder those guys are starting to really catch him. But we saw, some of these guys have a lot of problems. I hate not to pick on anybody, but Tristan Evil, we saw him in the longer run, was having a lot of problems. Has he made adjustments to fix that? That's really the question here, too.
And I think, as of adjustments, like we said before, it's really hard to do adjustments on the fly. If we don't get a flag, people trying to mess around with their box while they're racing, especially at a small track, it's very hard to do. So I don't look to see any change done unless we get a yellow flag.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a difficult thing to even try to manage to do, messing with your black box and whatnot while you're out here on the racetrack turning laps. That's what makes it so difficult. I mean, you could be messing with that black box, have someone right there behind you, and, you maybe, get distracted and miss your braking point or something like that, or could easily happen. Steve Gerber getting challenged here by Jason Schilling. Schilling going up to the 6th position.
Watching how close Tristan Evil gets up to this wall on that right front suspension. I mean, he gets up really close to that wall.
Definitely is, and that's what you want to do. I mean, you want to try to drive this track, widen your turns as much as you possibly can.
Tristan, again, getting loose coming off the turns, and we've seen that in the last run when he got about 20 to 25 laps on those tires. He started getting really loose on that back side.
Yeah, we definitely did. I mean, he was having a lot of problems towards this part of the run, so I think that's starting again.
I don't know if we maybe it was William Brown was chasing Stephen Hayes down, but now Stephen Hayes is sitting in 3rd place. William Brown tracking him down.
We also see David Holsey right there in 5th place tracking William Brown down. So we're starting to see some racing going on here as William Brown tries to look to the high side of Stephen Hayes. Hayes getting a little tight there. You can tell that he is in that part of the run where he is struggling. Hayes has 32 laps on his tires right now. William Brown only has 20. So it makes sense why he would be faster right now.
Yeah, as you see, William Brown making a clean pass on that 13 down low. The 13 just letting him go.
I mean, what else can he do? Like I said,
can't do anything. You're right.
They got a big difference in tires.
Definitely right. I mean, and we're trying to be a more cleaner, greener race team over there in Lazy Lizard Racing, and when the guy's got a advantage on you, man, go ahead and let him have it. Just keep your car clean, keep his car clean, keep some good racing going on.
100%. I mean, in order to finish well, you have to still have a car.
As you see, David Holsey come down on the low side of the 13. I do apologize.
Definitely a great race. Definitely a great race for David Holsey here tonight. I mean, he's been showing a lot of speed. I mean, I think he's actually, Stephen Hayes hits the outside wall there. Looks like it's not going to be too much damage. You definitely see some crinkling there. But David Holsey's been having a great race here. We talked about it before, kind of the broadcast, whenever he qualified so well here. And has qualified well a lot as of late in the, for the Xfinity season, and has also, done well in the trucks. It just has not put together a whole race. I mean, I think this is his best shot to put together a whole race and get him a nice top 5.
Great. Yeah, I mean, I would love to see Dave Halsey up here at the end of the race in the top 3 positions, having a Dave Halsey interview. Right now, Dale Brooks, Tristan Evil, and William Brown are on deck for it, but Dave Halsey charging up there, trying to get in there too. As you see him go around Chuck Cobb.
William Brown starting to catch up here to Tristan Evil. Only a little over 2 seconds separate him, those two right now. That's second and third. And Halsey only 0.8 behind William Brown. So the battle is on.
Yeah, I mean, that lead that Dale Brooks accumulated coming into the pits, 10, 15 laps earlier than the rest of these guys is evaporated. And now Tristan Evil letting them down under 2 seconds now.
Yeah, they are all they're gonna be stacking back up here again shortly. But like you said, I mean, Brooks right now 24-second laps versus we see William Brown hitting 23.6s. David Halsey 23.5. So they're almost a half a second faster than him right now. Tristan Evil, he's a little bit around the same pace as Dale Brooks.
Oh, yeah. Dale Brooks just going into that turn, you can see he's struggling right now with that car. It looked like he did that 4-tire slide there for a second.
Oh no, and you do that really warms those tires up, and it's hard to get that heat back out of it.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I must have looked at that thing wrong. Dale Brooks has a 6.5 second lead over Tristan Evil. I don't know why my thing said 2 seconds.
Oh, I thought maybe you were looking at the lead, the gap between Tristan Evil and William Brown, because
they
have about a second in between.
Yeah, I think that's what I was looking at. I do apologize. Dale Brooks continued to have a 7.5 second lead over William Brown and a 6.5 second lead over Tristan Evil.
It really is starting to close up here. William Brown quickly catching Tristan Evil. He's about 0.2 faster than him. It's over a tenth faster. As Dale Brooks, he is over 0.2 faster than Tristan Evil. So David Halsey is just looking real quick right now. Man, this is going to be the battle of the century right here between all these guys, and it has been battling this whole entire race. I mean, that's what's been so great about this one. I mean, we've seen battling the entire race. It's been nothing but green flag. I mean, there's only one place you're going to be able to catch racing like that, and that's on the Global Racing Esports Network and PMN.
Yeah. But Dale Brooks continuing to put people a lap down, or laps down, as we just see Don Blazer go down another lap.
And there goes William Brown underneath Tristan Evil. He's going to make that pass look easy.
And
definitely want to second place.
Definitely want to point out tonight. I was going to do this earlier broadcast. Big news out of William Brown Motorsports. Man came home. One of their favorite drivers come home to roost. Tristan Evil re-signed with William Brown Motorsports. Lunatic Racing has closed its doors and no longer part of Global Racing. Tristan Evil finding that spot still open over there in William Brown Motorsports. Back there, back home once again.
Yeah, I bet that feels like a nice homecoming whenever you're kind of back in that fold.
Hey,
I remember back when those guys were William Brown, Tristan Evil, and Josh Slade, and just.
Yeah, Tristan Evil having a lot of success over there in William Brown Motorsports. So continues to to look and see if he can rekindle that championship season he had a couple seasons ago. Right now, he's struggling with that car. As you see, Brian Ricker goes around him. And now David Halsey going to challenge him for that third position.
You see the run that Halsey's getting. I mean, you can see it clearly that Tristan Evil's struggling very much so. And it's so frustrating when you're dealing with a car that's just mishandling, you know.
Exactly.
And what can you do? I mean, you don't have, like you said, you know, you don't have a lot of opportunities to make adjustments and things of that nature, especially when you're having such a green flag race. I mean, if we had cautions and stuff, that I wouldn't be surprised if Tristan Evil could make some adjustment and get that car handling a little bit better in the longer run. But it just does not seem like that is on the plate for him right now, on the table for him right now. So Halsey side by side with him, trying to get a run on exit. Oh, 3 wide. They made it through that. Wow. Brian Ricker being very smart. He was just like, no.
Brian Ricker is a lap down and just chose not to race with those guys. And now you see Joshua Slade right there behind Brian Ricker. That's going to be a race for the no, it's not going to be a race for the Lucky Dog, but it's going to be a race for position. Don Blazer right now sitting in the Lucky Dog position. As we approach halfway, 2 laps away from halfway.
This thing has just been flying right on by. Oh, Joshua Slade gets into Brian Ricker. Oh, no. And that's not going to be a caution, I don't believe.
Nope. Brian Ricker saves it and moves on. And
man,
let's go run this back over here and let's see what happened between Joshua Slade and Brian Rickers. Yeah, Joshua Slade pitted a lot. I think Joshua just had position down low on him. Let's see.
I don't know. I mean, I feel like there wasn't enough really room for Joshua.
Yeah, there
Slade
was. That was definitely that was overly aggressive for Joshua Slade. But I mean,
Dale Brooks down pit road.
Roughly right about where he pitted last time, around 60.
I think last
lap.
time 60 something. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll bring up some pit strategies here and.
I do believe Brooks, he's on about 40-something lap-old tires right now, isn't he?
Yeah, he went 65 the last time and then only went 60 this time.
Interesting.
So. Yeah, definitely interesting. You know, Wayne Brown, who went 83 last time, right now is sitting at 43, so he's looking to do 40 more laps. And that might be the last time that Brown pits.
Could very well be the case. We'll have to wait and see. Definitely could be the last time that Dale Brooks passed the pit. I mean, I don't know. Math-wise, I don't think he still can make it.
We got 100 and some odd laps to go if he keeps on going around 60, 65. I mean, that would be a lot of laps on his tires at the end.
Definitely will, but I mean, because this has been so clean and green, I mean, that's what this is. It's a numbers game. I mean, these guys.
Yeah. Mr. Dale Brooks pit time. He's still gonna have to pit one more time. Whereas Wayne Brown, if Wayne Brown stays out there for the same amount of laps he did the first time, that'd be the last time he has to pit. So that's a big. I mean, that's. If it stays green, if we stay green, Wayne Brown might have the race in hand just off of that pit strategy.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me either. I mean, William Brown, as we said before, I mean, he's one of those guys, he doesn't even have to practice. I bet he didn't practice a lot today. He just showed up, entered the race, and here he is in contention for the win.
Every week. That's why everybody hates him.
David Halsey now down pit road. He's pitting from that second position.
We'll look at Dave. Look at Dave Halsey's pit strategy and see how many laps he went. Yeah, David Halsey. I don't know. David Halsey's pitting early as well. Uh, he went 82 laps that first time and then 48 this time. I don't know, and I don't, and he still can't make it the rest of the way on fuel. So I'm just trying to decipher why these guys are making those decisions to come so early in a run when Halsey only had 48 laps on his tires.
Yeah, it's quite wild to see that they're pitting so early. I mean, I don't know, maybe some the teams and stuff have been doing some math and stuff like that. They might have someone in there crunching the numbers. I'll tell you what, I can't decipher it. I definitely don't know what the thought process is.
Yeah, you had to crunch a lot of numbers to get that result. So as you see, Jason Schilling now coming around William Brown to get a lap back, or one of his laps back.
And right now, everybody 5th place on back is a lap down. That is over half the field.
See Michael Thorpe right there trying to chase down Joshua Slade for that lucky dog.
Oh yeah, he definitely wants to get that lucky dog.
No,
especially after that huge mistake.
Oh, no. Michael Thorpe is coming into pit road again, or not again, but he's coming down pit road, and we're going to see if he can. It looks like he got down to speed this time, so he should not be getting a penalty. But still, nonetheless,
he learned his lesson.
Yeah, still nonetheless, you're at least 20-something laps right now from being able to go the whole on one more stop. If your calculations are right and they can do 90 laps on a fuel.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that's what it is. I mean, I think that's what it is in the next gen and stuff like that. So they might even be able to go further than that. But I just don't think it's going to make sense to do so when it comes to these tires. We've seen how much these guys have been struggling on the older tires. I mean, the fall off has been, I think, the story of the night here so far.
Definitely agree with you there. That's been the biggest story. But right now we got Steve Gerber to get around the 22 of Brian Rickers and the 27 of William Brown, the leader. Very dangerous for the leader to have these fast cars racing them around them like that.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it before. This is that part of the, when you're most vulnerable of getting a caution, where that's likely to happen when you have old tires versus new tires. So hard to predict when that guy's going to slow down, how slow he's actually going to be when you're on the new tires.
Dale Brooks has raced his way back onto the lead lap and into second place, but he's 16 seconds behind William Brown, which William Brown still has to pit. But the question is, does Dale Brooks have to pit one more time? And even if he does, how good is his tires going to be after 100 and some? I just don't think Dale Brooks has. I don't think he can do 120 laps, not even on his fuel or his tires.
And he was struggling towards the end of that run. What if he, a little bit of theory here. What if he made an adjustment in that first, after that first run, and that's why he, shortened this second run, because maybe the adjustment didn't work and he had to try to go back on it. I mean, because we saw he was struggling towards the end of that last one.
I mean, we see Don Blazer hard on the brakes there. Mike Hayes now is gone. Coming into pits at lap 142, and that's going to be about 108 laps left to go on there. That might be a borderline call right there. It's going to be very interesting to see the strategy that everybody has played in this race tonight.
For sure. I mean, and one thing about it though, we see all this strategy playing out. All it takes is one little mistake. We've already seen some mistakes, some guys getting into each other, but luckily no cautions resulted from that. But I mean, it could very easily go that way to where we do see a caution, and it would really just all these guys, it would put them all back on equal footing once again.
Oh, 100% there. One yellow is going to take everybody's strategy and throw it right out the window. A yellow right now would definitely benefit William Brown and Dale Brooks, who are the only 2 cars that are on the lead lap as we speak. But I mean, I guess the biggest winner would be Dale Brooks, but then he'd have to fend William Brown off for, even with newer tires, William Brown seems to have the longer run speed.
And we see David Holsey back up here to 3rd place. And Mike Hayes trying to make a pass Don Blazier. They are not for position.
I do believe Mike Hayes is a couple of laps down where Don Blazer has not pitted yet, and he's
there will be a caution.
Oh my goodness! Oh, what the heck just happened? Caution! Chuck
Yellow
Cobb
flag.
Chuck Cobb.
I think Chuck Cobb had just taken a trip down pit road. Maybe those tires were not warmed up properly. He just spins right in front. And that's going to bring a caution out. Luckily, no one hits him, so it's just a 1-car spin, and that is going to change up everything.
That's definitely going to. I mean, I know William Brown did not want to see that happen right there. But that's going to leave a lot of cars a lap down. Dale Brooks and William Brown are going to be showing the only ones lap down. Now, some people can stay. You see David Holsey out there as well as Mike Hayes. I think Mike Hayes probably got the worst end of it because he's now 2 laps down. Even getting a wave around.
William Brown taking a trip down. William Brown and Dale Brooks are down pit road. So that's going to give a lot of these guys their laps back. So that was kind of a very nice call for those guys to do that, because otherwise all these guys that are 1 lap down wouldn't be able to get that lap back.
Well, I mean, William Brown had to come down and get tires anyways. He did not, this is only his 2nd pit, and he's going to come back out and beat Dale Brooks out. And Dale Brooks was definitely going to come because he wants to be on the same tire count or lap count as William Brown. And it's like that. So that's going to put a bunch of people at the tail end of the lead lap if they do not pit. But a lot of these guys are going to have to pit because they've been out there for so long.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, we see Don Blazier. No wonder he's pitting. I mean, he's 83 laps into that run.
You see David Holsey pitting, and that means going to put him a lap down. Actually, I think David Holsey would probably have got the lucky dog. I don't know. He went.
Yeah, I do believe you're right. I think he would have gotten the lucky dog in this situation. Yep.
But I think he might have messed up because he came in too early. And I'm unsure. We're going to have to look at that because I know if you come in the pit road a little too early, you'll lose that lucky dog. So I don't know if he went in too early. Right now, it's showing him. It doesn't show him a lap down, so that's good. So I think he's going to get the lucky dog start from the tail end of the longest line.
William Brown going to be your leader. Everybody pretty much going to be on the fresh tires now. We're going to get to see these guys all right back up on one another. So this is going to be some crazy exciting racing for sure. And I do believe when we get back green, we're going to have less than 100 laps to go.
Tristan Evil being showed multiple laps down in that 12th position. So that's definitely a big storyline for the point standings. Tristan Evil was climbing up in the points trying to chase down Michael Thorpe for the lead. So he's going to take a big hit as well in these points if he finishes back here in 12th place. He's on the same lap as Brian Ricker in 11th place. And that would be 2 laps down, or 1 lap down. No, I think he's still being shown him as 2 laps down.
Yeah, it's showing him 2 laps down for sure.
Yeah. And then Stephen Hayes, Don Blazer, Mike Hayes, and Michael Thorpe is 1 lap down. And 6 cars on the lead lap is William Brown, Dale Brooks, David Halsey, Joshua Slade, Jason Schilling, Steve Gerber. Pace car is down. We're going back to green.
And a lot of the guys haven't even got caught back up to the pace or to the field here. So, oh man, some of those guys were screaming up there trying to get as close as they can. The green flag is out. William Brown side by side with Dale Brooks.
Let's see Stephen Hayes up there trying to get one of his laps back.
Man, they are racing hard right now. Yeah, Stephen Hayes trying everything he can to get that lap back the hard way.
And he's got to race.
He will be the lucky dog.
Yeah, I was about to say, he's got to race hard up there because he's got Don Blazer right there behind him racing him for that lucky dog. So he can't say, okay, I'm just going to let these leaders get around me and go let them go race, because he's got a race in his hands. Right now, Don Blazer looking on the inside trying to get around him for that lucky dog position.
And David Halsey pretty much stuck right there watching those guys race it out. Now Halsey going to try to diving in underneath Don Blazer. Can he get there? Because, I mean, he wants to be up there racing with William Brown and Dale Brooks.
As you see Dale Brooks looking on the outside, but not getting a good catch on that high side and falls back a little bit, but gets right back there.
Oh, big loose condition from William Brown. That's going to give Dale Brooks a run onto the inside.
Mike Hayes going to look down there too and see if he can get around William Brown and try to get his lap back the hard way, but
we've seen it. Once Dale Brooks gets in this lead, it's hard to take it back from him. And I don't know, I feel like maybe some of these guys under that caution, I keep mentioning adjustments. Could someone, that would have been the ultimate time to try different adjustments. Could have Brown made the wrong adjustment?
I think William Brown has that late run speed in that car. So as long as he keeps on the back of Dale Brooks, we should have a very exciting end between these two guys.
No doubt, for sure. And still, can these guys make it on gas? Will they even try to make it on gas? I mean, I think we'll still see, could still see another green flag pit stop, especially, with that last stop that we saw under green. Some of these guys only went 40 or 50 laps, So could very easily see another stop, and could really see the potential of someone to make a mistake during that stop. I mean, especially as this race goes on. I mean, these guys have got to be getting tired, maybe mentally, their mental game is straining a little bit here. So, it's easy to make a mistake whenever you're exhausted.
Yeah, well, I do look at the pit strategy. Brown was able to go 83 laps on one of his runs. It went 64 the next one. Right now we're sitting at 91 laps to go. He's already been up there seven laps now. It's like that, so that would be 97 laps that he'd have to go in order to make it on one stop, or on that last stop. I just don't think he can. I just don't think he might be able to do it, but he's got to save a lot in the tank.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, if you saving gas, I think it's going to be saving tires. I mean, we've seen the fall off has been so huge. I mean, these guys just went back green and they're already falling off a half a second. And could the, as this race has been going on, some of these guys maybe have been changing their strategy when it comes to just how they drive the car to save that equipment. Maybe realizing, hey, I'm burning that right rear up. I need to stop driving it off so hard. I mean, because this is one of those tracks. You mentioned it earlier about it being so flat. That's one of the things that makes it so you burn that tire up more. I mean, this track is a lot like what you'd see at Iowa, but this is a little bit more of a flatter version of something like that. And when it's flatter, it's easy to slide those tires on exit. And we talk about tracks where you almost have to drive like you got an egg underneath your gas pedal. This is definitely one of those kind of tracks. you really have to be very easy on it, be very gradual with your throttle application, and also be real careful with your brakes. I mean, wouldn't be surprised to see a lot of the guys maybe adjusting on their brake bias here tonight because, this is a heavy braking kind of racetrack.
Oh, most definitely. Like you said, it's a flat track. As we said in the beginning of the track, it eats up the tires a lot quicker, and you run out of time. You run your time lower. Each lap you go, it gets worse and worse and worse, and it falls off and it falls off. Fresh tires is the only thing that can fix that. So changing your line, changing your speed going into the turn, braking a little bit. I use a lot in the trucks. I use a lot of brakes going into turns to try to save whatever tire wear I can for the end of the race. There's a lot of tricks you can do to extend the life of your tires, but in the long run, it's just time is gonna kill them no matter what you do, and it's just how much you hold on at the end of a run.
That's what makes me worried a little bit about Dale Brooks. I mean, we talked about William Brown being really, really, really good on the longer run. Well, Brooks, right now, he's like trying to pull away. He's got 6/10. I mean, could he be overextending himself, burning his equipment up? I mean, William Brown probably content to just watch him and slowly try to reel him in over the longer period of the run.
I guarantee.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I guarantee you that's right now. That is the plan in that 27 William Brown Chevrolet. There is he wants Dale to do everything he can to wear them tires out, and then when he feels it's time to pounce, he will pounce.
Even the same thing probably going through the mind of David Holsey right now. I mean, he's still got to pass Stephen Hayes, which he's had a tremendous speed all night long. That 57. When is he gonna pounce? I think this is going to be an exciting finish to this thing. I mean, considering we got 3 extremely fast cars that have the ability to make something happen here, and if we even see another caution, we could have 4. Considering we saw, Michael Thorpe earlier being really, really quick, and just ever since that pit sequence problem there, he has just put himself in a rut.
Yeah, right now I'm looking back here at biggest racing moment right now is between the 8th place of Mike Hayes and the 9th place of Don Blazer. These guys have been battling for that 8th position back and forth for about 10 laps now. And right now it looks like Mike Hayes is pulling away, but Don Blazer is still right there behind him, trying to force his car back up there to get back into the mix of it.
And also can even look in the background here. You see Michael Thorpe trying to catch up to both of those guys too. So this is definitely becoming a battle back here for this 8th, 9th, and 10th positions. And I got to keep in mind all these guys are a lap down, but does not mean they're going to fight any less. They're going to definitely try to get as much as they can here. They know, might not be having the best night tonight, but even just one position can make a difference when it comes to these points.
And Chuck Cobb, I guess Tristan Evo is off the track. Because Chuck Cobb is now. That's big news right there. Tristan Evo race is done. 13th position. Big.
I wonder what happened there. I wonder why he.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't see him get involved in any kind of accidents or anything like that. Dale Brooks has disappeared.
It looks like Stephen Hayes has let David Holsey go. So now Holsey right up there on William Brown. This could be an interesting race for 2nd place right now.
Well, because Dale Brooks, little leg issue, it looked like William Brown was able to gain some time on Dale Brooks there. No, last speed Dale was a 10th quicker than him, but I don't know. It just seemed like Dale Brooks just lost some real estate when he lost connection there.
Yeah, and we've seen that a lot from him. I know he kind of had the bad end of the stick in a lot of races here as of late. Blinking out and going a lap down, and you hate to see that.
Well, I do believe he is rectifying that situation because he is moving to a different apartment that offers different internet service. I do believe he's doing this all for iRacing, so he's got a lot of dedication right there. He's tired
Oh,
of
he
blinking
wants
all
to.
the time.
He's tired of that. Oh yeah, I would be too. I mean, especially the amount of talent that Dale Brooks has. You know, very quick race car driver, and the way he's wheeling it around this track, he definitely looking like he could be the one to win this race here tonight. But still, can't count out, William Brown or David Holsey. I mean, anything could still happen here.
Exactly. I mean, these guys in the top three positions, and Jason Schilling, he's not a contender right now, but he's having a race of his season here, sitting in fourth position. I think that's the highest finish that he's would have if it ends that way. And Steve Gerber right behind him in fifth position. So a lot of these guys are having some good races tonight, even though they're not up there contending for the lead. They're still up there racing strong.
Oh yeah, I mean, that's the thing. I mean, you just want to finish the race. Points not pride, and these guys have been putting some good laps in, being consistent. Keeping their equipment clean.
I mean, Brian Ricker's going in for a pit stop there, and he's back out. I do believe he was one of the guys who took a wave around. It was probably in tires.
Probably so, because I mean, when you take that wave around, you don't have that opportunity to pit.
Oh man, I do apologize for the moaning. I've been suffering from a pinched nerve in my back, and it's not feeling good right now.
Well, right now we got some interesting developments here. We got Dale Brooks catching up to some lap traffic, Chuck Cobb, and I do believe Joshua Slade. So could this affect the battle for the lead, the battle for second and third also, as top three have caught these guys?
And William Brown has cut the lead down to about a half a second behind Dale Brooks. So not only does Dale Brooks have to contend with slower traffic in front of him, he's got to contend with faster traffic behind him.
Yeah, it's just definitely nowhere on this racetrack is safe. You're not gonna have just a nice Saturday drive here tonight. Just drive away and leave all these guys. I mean, you're gonna have to contend with some lap traffic. You're gonna have to face some challenges. That's what Dale Brooks is seeing right now. But I mean, he's up to it. He's definitely a clean driver. He's not gonna put too much pressure on these guys that are in front of him. You see Joshua Slade making it a little bit difficult on him.
Well, Joshua Slade is the last car on the lead lap, so he's definitely trying to stay on the lead lap.
Yeah, who can blame him? I mean, you don't want to go a lap down.
But he gives away to Dale Brooks and William Brown. He gives them the high side.
Unfortunate for Joshua Slade, now going to be a lap down, but he is still in the lucky dog position. He took that away from now Stephen Hayes. I don't know, Stephen Hayes right there on him. I mean, can he get that lucky dog back? I think he can. He's right there on Joshua Slade.
Yes, Hayes and Joshua Slade have that a funny rivalry going on where they give each other a bunch of grief in general chat and on the voice channels and everything like that. So definitely funny to watch these guys go at it. And Stephen Hayes taking the lead or taking the position away from Joshua Slade. It's going to give him more fuel for the fire. Oh, looks like Dale Brooks is having some issues.
Getting loose there in that straightaway.
William Brown right there, just waiting for Dale Brooks to make that one mistake that he's going to capitalize on and take this lead back. When it looks like we're going to have, Dale Brooks trying to make that blocking like nothing else there.
He doesn't want to give this lead up at all.
He doesn't.
You got to think, these guys are on 41 lap old tires right now, so they're really these tires are starting to wear out quickly. Michael Hayes down pit road.
And this might be a short pit for Michael Hayes, trying to capitalize on something. Needs something to get back going his way. And also, congratulations to Michael Hayes. He's being promoted to a more of a leadership role. He's going to be race control for tomorrow's race at Richmond in the Truck Series.
Yeah, definitely congratulations to him. Going to be taking care of business, and definitely an important role for sure. As Brian Ricker coming up into play here, I do believe he is 3 laps down. He's trying to get a lap back here.
Yep.
And has really been, I think, you know, kind of a thorn in the side of David Halsey, because Halsey was right there up on William Brown. He's starting to catch back up again, but I think that was slowing him down quite a bit. But now Ricker is going to really come into play here. Could change the dynamic of this this race here, as he does get around William Brown, and I think he's going to be trying to get around Dale Brooks right now. You could already see that he has must be much newer tires.
Yeah, he just came in about 5 or 6 laps ago, so he has the fresher tires. No, he has the faster car right now. And in this instant, like, I'm always been a firm believer, you're a lap down and you have a faster car, go ahead and get around the leaders. The leaders should let you go around because they know you have a faster car with 4 fresh tires. A lot of people don't, you know, share the same view as I do on that one, but
oh, look at how close they're getting here, racing for the lead. And Dale Brooks, he just seems like he is just not handling very well right now.
And I think William Brown is still just letting him do his thing. All right, now we got to see William Brown now going for the lead, getting his nose underneath. Oh, Dale Brooks.
Oh!
Not giving him much room, but William Brown didn't need much room. He takes the lead away from Dale Brooks.
That was some close racing right there. Man, I'm surprised they didn't hit.
Yeah, Dale Brooks doing his best pinching job right there, and it was good racing by both of these guys not to get together. And William Brown just forcing right through.
Right down on lap 196. So this race has been just flying on by.
With only one
Should
caution.
see pit stops. We're going to see pit stops from these guys here shortly, I think. Or are they just going to try to go to distance? I don't think they even can, but I mean.
I don't. I mean, not the way they're not safe. Not the way that they're.
Oh, wow. What's going on here? It looks like maybe some contact between Halsey and Brooks. Let me take a look back.
Oh, that was Steve
Gerber getting through.
That was Gerber getting around. Steve Gerber with those 4 fresh tires, much faster than Dale Brooks.
For sure, I saw a little bit of a rear end damage there on Dale Brooks's machine. That might have been something earlier.
Yeah, I think Gerber might have maybe. Let me see if I can go back here. I don't know if they touched or not. I know Gerber, he's a pretty clean racer, and let's see if we can go back here and see the Gerber. See if.
I'm looking at the numbers right now. Joshua Slade has been on the same tires for 112 laps right now.
Oh, my goodness.
Jason Schilling's on about lap 72 of his run. So he's going to end up having to pit here shortly. Dale Brooks making a call. He's down pit road. So that leaves William Brown out front right now with David Halsey in second. I think that's a good call for Brooks. You know, short pit these guys. Get out in front of them.
He doesn't have that buffer that he had at one time where he short pitted with that lead. So he's going to go 1, maybe 2 laps down before he gets back on the track. He's already 1 lap down. Here he comes off the track.
Here comes Schilling down the pit road. Jason Schilling pitting out of third. And Dale Brooks is going to be much faster than everybody else out here. You can see how fast he came up on Don Blazier. That's one of the dangers, like I said earlier, about when you come out here on new tires and you got all these guys on old tires. I mean, it's just such a difference in speed. It's hard to predict where that guy's going to go and how fast he's going to be. Yeah. Jason Schilling coming off of pit road. Looks like he had a drama-free stop there. Don Blazier and Michael Thorpe battling that out. That is for the 6th position. So Thorpe has worked his way up to 6th right now. But right now, the only two on the lead lap, William Brown and David Holsey. And Holsey actually has gone down pit road himself, so he's soon to go a lap down.
Watch David Holsey getting his service done, getting 4 tires. So the biggest question is, does William Brown say, all right, you know, even though I can go more laps, do I want to stay out here on these older tires, or I mean, maybe 10 laps different tires will probably be a better difference.
I think we got some problems here for David Holsey. I think he got a speeding penalty. He's still sitting in his box.
Oh my! And David Holsey, David Holsey's part of Chuck Cobb Racing over there. Or what are they called? Blazing Fools Racing. So,
I do believe so. Yeah.
Big.
Man, what an interesting development. That's heavy.
Yeah, big. That's again. We've seen Michael Thorpe battle all night long to try to fix his speeding penalty, and he's made it back up to 5th, but he's still a lap down. David Holsey does not have as much time make up for his mistake, so definitely a big hit for David Holsey in that 57
Had
Chevrolet.
Such a good race going. I mean, man, you just hate to see things like that. Gosh, that breaks my heart.
And I do believe I jinxed him, like I said it earlier in the pre-race, that David Holsey, our pole setter, I mean, he does good all race long, and for some, if it's not a mental mistake or a somebody crashing him, he just can't finish the races like he wants to.
And he has every bit of the speed to do it. I mean, he's so fast here tonight.
You know,
he was just quick, top 3 car all night long.
Yeah, fast is just half of it. You got to be fast and you got to be smart. I would rather be a smart racer. I'm not saying that, Dave, if you listen out there, you're not saying you're a stupid racer or anything like that. But making mental mistakes it kills you. And we're seeing it right now. You know, David Holsey now was in 2nd place, racing William Brown, and now he's back in 10th place, 2 laps down.
Just crazy to think about. Oh, 3 wide as these guys are coming off of pit road. Man, that could have been easily a caution.
And you see Michael Thorpe now, he's back coming off of pit road. He's fallen back to the 9th position. So if William Brown goes the rest of the way on this fuel run, it's going to be very interesting. You see Dale Brooks trying to make his way and get his lap back, as he does make it around William Brown.
This has been some great racing, close racing. I mean, these guys have done a fantastic job here tonight. What a great race to watch. Hopefully everybody out there tuning in is enjoying it, because we sure are.
Oh, most definitely. Yeah. I mean, we got only 13 cars on this track, but it's a very exciting racing going on.
Very clean racing for sure, and not much racing left to go. I mean, my ticker here says about 15 minutes, and we have, I think, 38 laps remaining.
No, we should have a lot more than 15 minutes. Your ticker might be
wrong.
wrong.
That's what my ticker says, and it's usually really accurate.
Well, no, we got an hour and 28 minutes remaining. Your ticker is not accurate tonight, sir.
No, I'm talking about the estimated length of the race left.
Oh, okay. I apologize. I apologize. I was like getting a little worried there. I was like, did I make a mistake on
No, no.
the on setting up the race? Are we gonna? Is it gonna be a rain delay or a rain shortened race?
No.
Okay,
Yeah, I
got
was
me a
just
little
saying
worried
it
there,
kind of
Mister Brent.
it calculates how many laps left, and how long it is going to take to finish it. And it says, a little over 14 minutes right now. So these guys really have just rocketed straight through this entire race. I mean, you think 250 laps? That sounds like the longest race you'd ever do. But I mean, these guys have just screamed right through it. And you mentioned it, Lester. You said, "Oh, I think we'll have 5 cautions. I think I'd be real happy with 5 cautions." Well, how
Yeah.
about 1?
Hey, I'll be. I mean, I know I'll be happy with one caution. I know right now, if William Brown plans on making it the rest of the way, I know he'll be happy with one caution. As you see, Mike Hayes trying to come around William Brown to get one of his 2 laps back. Michael back there in ninth place is 2 laps down as well as Brian Rickers. First one a lap down is Mike Hayes.
You see Dale
Or
Brooks
Stephen
trying
Hayes,
to get
sorry.
around him, and you see Michael Thorpe there. That is going to be for position. Michael Thorpe trying to get around Brian Ricker.
And yeah, both
And
of
there
those
goes
guys.
Thorpe getting that spot up to 8th now.
Halsey, with that speeding penalty, is 4 laps down.
Man, he has got to be just plain old kicking himself over that one.
Oh, man. He's firing my crew chief. I'd be like doing something, blaming it on somebody. And windshield wipe terror off her guy and couldn't see the commitment cone.
William Brown now 71 laps on his tires. How much further can he go?
Well, we know
Is
he
he
can go
banking on
83.
I mean, is he banking on a caution? I mean, something.
I don't really know what he's banking on. At this point right now, he's done made his bed, so whatever he's planning on doing, he's gonna do it. Dale Brooks continuing to close that gap up, now down to 17 seconds. Don't know if he has enough time to make it all the way back to the back of the 27, but if the 27 goes in now, there's no chance that Dale Brooks.
Oh! Man, Joshua Slade and Michael Thorpe almost wrecking each other there. And that would have been unfortunate if Dale Brooks had got caught up in it, but luckily they made it through. But I thought they were getting ready to wreck. They were 3 wide for just a moment. 3 wide is not something you can easily do at Richmond, that's for sure.
Oh, no, definitely not.
But that's a good question, though. Can Dale Brooks actually catch up here to William Brown? I mean, looking at lap times, he's not running that much quicker than Brown is, surprisingly. I think it's just because he's been caught behind a lot of this traffic and things of that nature. I don't know. Last time by, he was over a half a second faster. I mean, it's possible. There's over 25-something laps to go here. I think that it is possible Brooks could catch up. I mean, he's only 14 seconds away from Brown right now. If he's able to do a half a second a lap, I mean, it's possible.
It's definitely possible. It's quite a feat, but he would have to run his tires basically off of it. So by the time he gets up, halfway to William Brown, and William Brown, he's saving all he can. He is. His time reflects that he's trying to make it the whole way. He's trying to save fuel. He's trying to save tires. With 26 laps to go, we're gonna
Man, there has been some battling going on. You see Joshua Slade, he has got the aggression button turned on. As he fights right now, I do believe he's trying to fight with Chuck Cobb. Actually trying to fight with Michael Thorpe. You see Chuck Cobb right there waiting in the wings. What a job tonight from Stephen Hayes, Steve Gerber, and Jason Schilling. Nice top 5 here tonight. They haven't been the fastest cars, but they've been consistent and they've stayed clean. That's the important thing.
Yeah, that's the most important thing, like you said. Keeping your nose clean, getting a top 5 at Richmond with the caliber of drivers that we have here in the Xfinity Series is a big plus. Is a big thing for all these guys. But 24 laps to go. William Brown continuing to lead now by 14 seconds on Dale Brooks.
Now, can he catch him? The time is just is clicking on down. I mean,
the real question is, can William Brown go the distance?
Oh yeah, that's another big question mark.
Right now, he's sitting at the furthest he's gone was 83 laps. He's sitting at 80 right now, and he's got 23 left to go. Has he done enough to get that long green flag run?
I mean, just showing how good he is to be able to go this long on these tires. I mean, he's fallen off, over a second of fall off for sure. But I mean, he still isn't hitting the worst laps. I mean, there are guys in this field that are hitting worse laps than him.
Yeah, I mean, that last time around, he was only a tenth slower than Dale Brooks.
He's got him a very good long run car.
Exactly.
Now, soon to be 20 laps to go. This is when the intensity is going to start rising. This is when people are going to be trying to make those moves, maybe willing to use that bumper. I don't know. Oh, Halsey trying to get his lap back. He's driving up real quickly to get up here to William Brown.
If I was William, I'd just let him go on by. He's not going to hold your time up. You're still going to run the same amount of time because you're trying to take it easy. Just let him go on by. I mean, he's 4 laps down.
And I just am so curious on how much gas William Brown's going to have left if he is actually able to even make it.
Well, he's gone. Let's check one more time. We're going to check the pit board and see what he's got. He's gone 84 laps. He's over that 83 threshold. I mean, he's tied to this decision right now. He can't do anything but run this out. There's nothing he can do. If he pits right now, he's definitely not going to win the race. He'll be laps down with everybody else. Or a lap down.
A big cluster of cars right here. We see Steve Gerber being challenged by Jason Schilling, and right there behind him is Michael Thorpe and Joshua Slade. They have still been battling here side by side right now for 4th. This is a big battle going on right now. Gerber getting tight, having to let up a little bit here as Michael Thorpe also has to let off to not get into the back of him. Man, these guys definitely been racing each other very clean out here tonight. Been quite surprised with it. I know we've seen some guys, butt heads. Short tracks usually bring the tempers out in guys, but tonight it has not been that way at all. We've seen a lot of guys just being real patient with one another.
I couldn't agree more. I mean, these guys are doing a great job over here going around this 3/4 mile track and doing their best job to keep off of each other and have good racing.
Dale Brooks now about 9.3 seconds behind William Brown. He's a couple tenths faster than Brown, but I think time is just truly running out. I don't think he's going to be able to do it unless we might see a caution. And what's interesting about this, if Dale Brooks finishes second, I mean that's his second. He finished second place last night too. So I mean I don't know, but how being consistent is really how you win championships. So I mean I'm sure he's not going to be too upset about finishing second here tonight. I know I wouldn't be, just considering you get a bunch of seconds. It could definitely help you out with the points.
Yeah, well, like I said, a second place finish on a technical track like this is a big win in my book. Last week I got 5th in Myrtle Beach in the truck series, and I was happy as nothing else. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
So, I mean, I know Dale Brooks, had a good car and was looking to win this race. But second place in a technical track like this, man, big win.
Oh yeah, for sure. And verging on now 11 laps to go, soon to be 10. And still up in the air whether William Brown can actually make it to the end. I think that if he couldn't, I'm pretty sure we would have already seen him down pit road.
Exactly.
But
If it wasn't close on the calculator, he would definitely have not taken a chance and not ran it out this much. He would have already been in. Yeah, I think he's going the distance.
Going the distance is correct. He's right now on lap 93 of his run. So, and he's going to end up going over 100 to finish this race out. Going to be on the oldest tires we have seen probably here tonight, except for I know with Joshua Slade, he was on like 111.
You see Stephen Hayes getting closer to William Brown. Can try to get his lap back, and a good third place finish for him, and a fourth place finish for Jason Schilling. That's a good night for the Lazy Lizards there.
Yeah, it really is. Very good night for those guys. Going to be a good night for William Brown here. Also, great for Dale Brooks. So a lot of the teams out here tonight have been showing up, definitely putting their best foot forward here at Richmond, and so excited to see this. I mean, I can't wait to see what we're going to see at Martinsville.
Oh yeah, it's going to be very exciting. I'm looking forward to calling it on Saturday and looking forward to driving it on next Sunday. Well, actually, I'm hoping to be calling it on Saturday. I might have to get a fill-in for me on Saturday night. I had to drive back. I got to work Saturday at my regular job, and then I had to go to Augusta and pick up my son from his aunt and uncle's house. So I don't think I have enough time to get back to Douglasville in order to make the race. So I might have to get a fill-in for myself next week.
Might have to.
Yeah, so.
Unfortunate. We can't have a Saturday broadcast without Mr. Michael Lester.
I know you're gonna struggle, but I think you can get through it. The 5 laps to go. William Brown gonna struggle to get these last 5 laps done. Dale Brooks gap now down to 8 seconds. He's asking the somebody to run William Brown as hard as he can to use up more gas. That's the only way that Dale Brooks can be saved here, is to get that. Oh, Dale Brooks lagged out a little bit there for me, and he lagged out a little again.
Uh-oh. Please don't let him have a bad time, lose a lap here. That would just be so unfortunate, especially so close to the end of this race.
3 laps
he is
to go.
steadily blinking. No, please don't let Dale Brooks have this problem tonight. That would break my heart, and I'm sure that would break a lot of the other people out there's hearts too. He is steadily blinking, man.
Just hold it together for 2 more laps, Dale. Hold it together.
I don't know. I mean, I know he's been struggling with that, and it's just such a sad thing. I mean, we almost need to get a charity going or some type of fund to help him out, because this is just hard to watch.
Man, he's
but now the white flag in the air.
I can't believe William Brown stayed out that long. That is crazy.
If he runs out of gas right now, I think he can still roll it there.
Yeah, but I don't think that's going to happen. William Brown coming off turn 4. Going to take the checkered flag. He's going to win tonight's race.
And that is it. William Brown, your winner.
Dale Brooks is going to keep it solid. Oh, hold on. Yeah, Dale Brooks is going to keep it solid long enough to come home second place. Stephen Hayes, 1 lap down, third place. So, definitely great job in this
What a
race.
call there from William Brown. I mean, great call there.
Now the question is, does he have enough to do a good, proper burnout?
I don't know. I mean, we'll have to wait and see here. But that was your top three: William Brown in first place, Dale Brooks in second place, third place Stephen Hayes, fourth place Jason Schilling, fifth place Steve Gerber, Michael Hayes in sixth, Don Blazier in seventh, Michael Thorpe in eighth, Brian Ricker in ninth, 10th place is David Holsey, 11th place Joshua Slade, 12th place Chuck Cobb, and 13th Tristan Evil. It looks like he does have enough gas to do some burnouts here, and he's doing one, I do believe, with Dale Brooks. What a nice image there for those guys.
Yeah, definitely good sportsman there, and nothing malice about it. And definitely had enough fuel to make it the whole way and do some pretty good burnouts here.
Yeah, you definitely did, and what a race this has been here tonight. We appreciate everybody joining us, and now we are going to make our way into the post-race show.
All right, so let's go over here, and we're going to pull Stephen Hayes down to the
all right, we got him up here in the booth. You want to take care of it? You want to talk to your teammate?
Yeah, man, Stephen Hayes, Mike Lester in the booth. You got a copy?
I do. How's it going, guys?
Man, I do believe this is the first time that we brought you up here being a top 3 positions, man. Congratulations on a third place finish tonight, man. Tell us a little bit about what was going on out there, man. We've seen some good races, some good clean racing out of all you guys. Man, take us around a couple of these laps. Let us know what was going on.
Yeah, so I had a pretty good car tonight. I've been doing a couple races. I've been doing really good on those. Early in the race, like lap 30, I think, I kind of got into Michael Hayes. Kind of sent it in a little hard.
We're going to have a discussion about that after the race. You know, you almost destroyed 2 of my cars.
Yeah, that's my bad. But then once the first pit stop came, I went down to the apron trying to slow down, but I just could not slow down. So I missed my pits on that one. And that sent me back for like a lap. But yeah, pretty good all night. Coming to the end, we had that caution. Only 1 caution this whole race. That was pretty crazy. But coming to that last pit stop, I knew I could make it all the way, so that was my strategy. So me and William had the same idea. We just stayed out the whole way, and Jason almost passed me on the last lap, but I was able to stay ahead. So, yeah.
Yeah, that Jason guy trying to pass.
He's pretty fast, ain't he?
Yeah, he's pretty fast. He had a good race. All your teammates had a good race tonight. You third, Jason fourth, and Mike sixth. So pretty good run for y'all lazy lizards over there, man.
I guess a couple points.
Yeah, should knock us up, look pretty good. I'm definitely proud of all y'all. But man, before we let you go and celebrate with the lazy lizards, man, you want to give a shout out to anybody?
Teammates, Lazy Lizard Racing, Jason Schill and Michael Hayes both drove really well today. William Brown for the win. He had an amazing car all night. I was kind of surprised, honestly. Yeah, that's about it.
Okay. All right, man. Well, congratulations once again on your third place finish. Next week, we're going to be at Martinsville. You liking your chances to maybe get another top 3 over there?
Well, I've only raced Martinsville a couple of times. I'm okay at it. Not the best, but I'm sure I can improve pretty quick. I know that's a pretty physical track, so we'll see what happens there.
There you go. All right, man. Well, we appreciate you coming up here to talk to us. Congratulations once again, man. I'm going to send you back down to the Lazy Lizard, and, man, congratulations.
Thank you, guys. Love you, Mom.
All right, so
you gotta love that when you have the "I love you, Mom" call, don't you think?
Yeah, I was like, why did you give the shout out to the opportunity? Come on now, Mama's out there watching.
Mama's out there watching. You don't hear that a lot. You know, people shout out their mamas. I mean, you gotta love your mama.
You gotta shout out Mom. All right, let's shout out this next guest here, and we're gonna bring up Dale Brooks. And Dale Brooks, Mike Lester in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir, Mike. How you doing?
Man, I'm doing great, man. Y'all put on a great show for us tonight. You had 13 racers out there, but it looked like it was 40 something people out there racing. Y'all just put on a great show. Uh, I know you might be a little disappointed with the second place finish, but a second place finish in Richmond is a win in my book.
No, I'm not disappointed at all. Good race, solid finish, good points night, and just Brownie had the car. I mean, Brownie had the long run car, and I think I did what I had to do to try to win, but Brown just was better today, man. He brought the car for sure.
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, both y'all two had the car. Y'all two were the class acts, along with Dave Halsey. Can't take Dave out of the picture. He had a good car too.
100%. He made a little mistake on pit road. It cost him a 40-second hole, but Dave had a hot rod as well. Definitely, for sure.
Yeah, definitely didn't want to take Dave out of that picture when I was naming y'all. But I mean, everybody did great last night or tonight. You and William were the only two to complete all the laps there, and man, what a great run that you guys did. How was the racing out there? Was it everything that we thought it was going to be? We didn't have no caution. We had one caution, four less than what I thought we were going to have. But I mean, some good racing out there. What was your opinion about it out there?
I think we've had a couple rough races in the truck series and everything, but everybody raced really respectful out here tonight. Big shout out to all the drivers. Everyone raced respectful, gave each other room, hard racing. No one was just giving up positions, but I thought it was a great race, long race. I am without those cautions, I'm drenched over here. 250 laps is a lot. But yeah, I thought it was a really good race for sure.
And I never even thought about that, because normally when you come to a race like Richmond, you're expecting, like we said, at least 4 or 5 cautions. That not only, it does slow the traffic down, but it gives you drivers a break to not wrestle with that steering wheel as much as you did. So having a little cautions as we did played a big role towards the end of that race, correct?
Yeah, I'm drenched in sweat for sure.
And I imagine there's 12 other drivers that probably say the same thing.
Oh, I'm sure. It definitely it's a tough track in these cars. It's a tough track in general, but in these cars it's tough.
Okay. Well, man, congratulations on a second place finish, man. We're going to Martinsville next week, man. How are you liking it out there? You like Martinsville?
I do. I think it's gonna be fun. We're gonna have a lot of cars that getting the power down on these things, transferred to the track is tough. So it should be interesting. I think it's gonna be a fun race, and I think we'll put on a great show.
There you go. All right, man. Well, congratulations once again on the second place finish. As Brian says, the Wolf Cola driver of the night, man. Before we let you go, do you want to give a shout out to anybody?
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to Buck Kicker for sponsoring the league. Big shout out to PMN and Global Racing
Esports Network.
There you go. I'm sorry. Global Racing Esports Network. Thanks to Brian and you for the broadcast. You guys do a great job. Thanks to Chuck Cobb Racing or Blazing Fools Racing. Thanks to Chuck, the team owner. All the guys on the team, Halsey, Blazer, Ricker, all those guys. Or actually, no, Ricker's not on my team. I'm an idiot. And congrats to all the guys that finished the race tonight. As always, I'm sure my parents are on the couch watching. Love you guys. Thank you guys for always supporting me. Thank my kids. And I just came up one position short tonight, but it's all right. I'm happy with a second place finish. Obviously, I'm always going out for the win, but I will take a second. And again, congratulations to William Brown. Hell of a car tonight. He brought a great car tonight. The best long run car for sure, and well deserving of the win.
All right. So thanks again for coming up here and talking to us, and congratulations again on the second place. That's Dale Brooks, your second place finisher tonight. So
Definitely a great job there from Dale Brooks. Put in a ton of work here tonight. Had such a great long run car too, and just had the strategy kind of unlocked. But someone who had the strategy even better planned out here went so like over 100 laps on that set of tires. Mr. William Brown able to come out here and grab this win, man. I mean, what a job you did here tonight. I mean, how are you feeling right now?
Oh, I'm sore. 250 laps at this track. It's a short track. You're braking a lot. You got to use both feet, not just. Oh man, I'm sweaty. My neck hurts, and my toes numb.
Oh no.
Just that my left foot's not used to this kind of action, so I feel great about the win though. I'll tell you what.
But it had to be tough though on those old tires. I mean, walk us through that. Like, how were you able to manage to hold, have those tires hold up that long and make it on fuel?
Oh, these tires actually weren't that bad, believe it or not. I put my cambers down from what I had them at already, and then I took some rear toe, and I took that down a notch. Try to put some less heat in these things. It made me less competitive in a short run, but I didn't really find that to be much of an issue. Too bad. And while Dale would have definitely had me beat on the short run, it really did dividends in the long run, and I didn't really have to worry about losing my car as long as I just kind of treated it with a little bit of care. So fuel, I had a couple gallons left, about 2.75 gallons. I probably had a good 17 more laps in me.
Wow, we were way off when it comes to the fuel. We thought, I was thinking it was like 100 laps or something that you could go 90 or to 100, but wow, that is a long way you could have went.
About 100 or so, something like that. Slade went ahead and ran his tank dry earlier, hoping for a caution after the lone caution we had. He was on old tires, trying to be on the lead lap. It just didn't work out in his favor, so he ran like the whole 117, 118 laps. But no, I just had my car dialed in for a long run today, and it paid out.
It really did. I mean, because we could have seen more cautions, and maybe that long run might not have been as important. I mean, if you had seen a late race caution, I mean, that could have definitely spelled disaster for you, but luckily it worked out. And we love to see it when we have these long runs like this. I mean, I know we kind of came in here thinking that, we're going to probably see, a handful of cautions here tonight. Didn't see it at all. I mean, that has to feel good when, everybody's out there racing each other like that. And the racing wasn't boring. It wasn't like you guys weren't racing right there side by side for a long time.
Well, boy, I tell you, yeah, it was only one caution this whole race and 250 laps at Richmond on a short track. But it was very clean, yet hard racing with everybody. I watched second, third, and fourth place be within 0.3 of each other for about 50 laps on that first run of the race, and I was surprised at how well everybody kept things together without causing a caution.
Yeah, I think we definitely all are. But we congratulations on your win, man. I mean, gonna get to hoist this trophy up here in Victory Lane. Probably not gonna be able to with your arms being so tired. But do you think this is gonna set you up with a lot of momentum going into Martinsville? Considering it's a short track, a little bit different, but you feel confident going into Martinsville?
No, I don't think anybody can. To be honest with you, you're either in the front and you don't get ran over, or you're somewhere in the middle or the back, hoping that a pile-up doesn't happen in front of you. I have not had great experience at Martinsville to date, so I'm not looking forward to it, but we'll see how it goes.
Well, we definitely wish the best for you, man. Hopefully you can do well at Martinsville. I mean, definitely going to be quite the show there at that paperclip. Could turn out, like you said, some fireworks, some guys could go around. I mean, some bumpers could be thrown at each other, but we'll have to wait and see. Who can we shout tonight after this really, really great victory here tonight? I mean, just really submitting you into almost some sort of legend here, mythos for William Brown. He just shows up and wins.
Yeah, I put in a little bit of practice here earlier this week. It didn't really seemed like I was gonna have the weekend I wanted based on that. But I showed up here. I made a couple of tweaks. I knew if I couldn't win on a short run, I better set my car up for a long run. And God willing, I got the kind of race I really needed to be successful. Yeah, I couldn't have asked for a better race.
Definitely going to help you out tremendously in the points too. I mean, see, that should give you a couple more for sure. I know last week you went up 4 positions here, so hopefully we'll see you moving up the rankings more, and you maybe be in contention for the championship. You never can doubt on William Brown. You're almost like the closer. You just show up. You run quiet races. No one sees you until there's William Brown in the lead. But great job to you, man. I don't know if I really didn't hear you shout anybody else out. I thought, did I ask you that? My brain is just not working today.
You have not asked for that yet.
I do apologize. My brain is just shutting off today.
I just want to give a shout out to Josh Slade, my teammate. He ran a tough race. He didn't get the finish he wanted, but he was out there getting the laps in. He probably the only other person that ran that many laps along with me. I think Stephen Hayes might have too on that last run, but shout out to him. Shout out to Kristen Evil, my new member. He's back home on my team. Didn't have the night he wanted either, but shout out to him nonetheless. We'll all get a good team finish here soon. And shout out to you in the broadcast booth, along with Michael Lester here, and everybody for watching.
That is William Brown, tonight's winner. Definitely did an excellent job out here. Really put a masterclass on how you're supposed to do things at Richmond. I think some guys are probably going to be going back and watching this race and seeing what you did here tonight to maybe help them for tomorrow. What do you think, Lester?
Yeah. I mean, definitely. If we get the same kind of racing as we did today, definitely going to take notes off of those long runs. I believe trucks are. I think they can go 100 laps before they got to refuel. So it's definitely going to play a part next Sunday's race there.
100%. We definitely appreciate everybody out there tuning in, and then look forward to tomorrow's race for sure. So tune in with us, 12:20 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here on the Performance Motor Network, and you should be able to also tune onto the Global Racing Network or Global Racing Esports Network to see the in-car camera view from Mr. Michael Lester here tomorrow. So we appreciate, like I said, everybody out there tuning in, and what a great race it was tonight, and can't wait to see what tomorrow brings.
Yes, sir. For Global Racing Esports Network and Performance Motorsports Network, I'm Mike Lester with Brian Britt. Good night.